What's up, my brother?
Good to see you, boy. Can't really see you, man. Get a word, man.
What's up?
At 69, Steve Harvey is not just a household name. He is a living testament to resilience, reinvention, and the relentless pursuit of success. From the small stages of stand-up comedy clubs to the dazzling lights of national television, Harvey's journey is a masterclass in perseverance, discipline, and transformation. But what few understand about his life today is that his daily existence is far removed from the glitz, the cameras, and the applause. It is a carefully curated blend of structure, family, faith, and personal fulfillment. While audiences see the laughter, the jokes, and the charisma that have defined his career for decades, behind the scenes lies a man who has spent years refining not only his craft, but the very way he approaches life itself, ensuring that every decision, every routine, and every interaction reflects the values and priorities he has fought to establish. Early morning for Harvey are far from leisurely. They are intentional. His day begins before dawn, a period he dedicates to reflection, reading, and planning. It is a sacred window of time that allows him to center himself before the demands of an empire built on entertainment, media, and entrepreneurship take hold. Meditation, scripture, and mental visualization are not just rituals. They are tools Harvey has credited with helping him navigate the highs and lows of fame, manage stress, and maintain focus in an industry that can be unpredictable and unforgiving. In this way, Harvey's life today is not a product of luck, but a deliberate, almost surgical orchestration of habits designed to maximize both productivity and personal peace. Physical wellness also plays a central role in how Harvey lives. Even as he enters the 7th decade of life, he maintains a regimen that supports energy, vitality, and longevity. Workouts, diet, and careful attention to health are not superficial. They are necessary components of a lifestyle that allows him to meet the relentless pace of television appearances, motivational speaking, and business ventures. His approach is pragmatic, understanding that a career spanning decades requires not just talent, but the stamina to sustain it. Harvey invests in his body with the same dedication he invests in his performances. In many ways, his physical discipline mirrors the discipline of his mind, creating a synergy that has become a hallmark of his life philosophy. Family remains at the core of Harvey's existence. Despite the pressures of fame, he prioritizes time with his children and grandchildren, weaving family moments into the fabric of his daily life. Meals, travel, and shared experiences are treated with reverence, reflecting a man who understands that success is hollow without connection and legacy. Harvey's guidance and mentorship extend beyond the television stage. Within his family, he models resilience, humility, and the value of hard work, creating an environment that nurtures the next generation while reinforcing his own sense of purpose. This devotion to family also reflects a deeper truth about Harvey. For him, life is measured not only by accomplishments or recognition, but by the impact he leaves on those closest to him. Faith is another pillar that defines how Harvey lives today. His spiritual life informs his decisions, frames his outlook, and reinforces a sense of gratitude that permeates his interactions. Prayer, reflection, and community engagement are integral components of his daily rhythm, providing him with guidance and a grounding influence amid the chaos of public life. For Harvey, spirituality is not performative. It is lived, influencing his behavior, his priorities, and his approach to challenges. In interviews and public addresses, he often speaks about the power of belief, perseverance, and divine guidance, offering insights into a man whose outer persona is matched by a deeply intentional inner life. Even his public engagements today reflect the intentionality with which Harvey approaches life. Every television appearance, book release, or motivational speech is approached not merely as work, but as an opportunity to influence, educate, and inspire. Humor remains his signature, but it is tempered with wisdom, perspective, and a recognition that his platform carries responsibility. He has evolved from the brash, quick-witted comic of early stand-up into a figure whose authority, empathy, and insight resonate across generations. Harvey's life today is a balance between performance and authenticity, entertainment and mentorship, a demonstration of how someone can remain relevant while staying true to personal principles. Financial management and business strategy are equally integral to Harvey's current lifestyle. With decades of earnings, endorsements, and investment behind him, he approaches money with a level of discipline that mirrors his approach to health and family. Strategic planning, calculated risk-taking, and an understanding of long-term wealth creation allow him to maintain not just comfort, but influence and autonomy. Harvey's life is a blueprint for intentional living. Every resource, every moment, and every decision is evaluated in terms of sustainability, impact, and alignment with his core values. Ultimately, the way Steve Harvey lives today is a reflection of a lifetime of lessons learned, mistakes endured, and victories hard won. It is a life shaped by grit, wisdom, and an understanding that true success extends beyond fame or fortune. It is measured by health, family, purpose, and capacity to influence others positively. At 69, Harvey demonstrates that age is not a limitation but a platform for deeper intentionality, reflection, and fulfillment. He has transformed the habits of youth into a deliberate, disciplined, and meaningful approach to life that ensures he continues to thrive personally, professionally, and spiritually, long after the spotlight has shifted at eye in the end. Steve Harvey's story is not just a chronicle of achievement. It is a living lesson in how to live with intention, discipline, and integrity. From dawn meditation to evening reflection, from family dinners to business strategy, every element of his current life is a testament to the power of deliberate living. For fans, aspiring entertainers, and anyone seeking a roadmap for success, his life at 69 is proof that true greatness is not just about talent or recognition. It is about cultivating the habits, mindset, and values that allow a person to thrive in every dimension of existence, ensuring that the legacy built over decades is both enduring and deeply meaningful. Today, as we continue to explore how Steve Harvey lives today, it becomes evident that his life is a masterclass in balance, discipline, and intentionality. Beyond the bright lights, studio cameras, and the laughter he evokes on stage, Harvey has built a life structured around principles that prioritize health, purpose, and legacy over mere spectacle. His mornings, meticulously planned, are followed by days filled with work that is both purposeful and strategic. Television production, motivational speaking, book projects, and business ventures all occupy his attention, but they are approached not haphazardly, but as opportunities to align action with long-term. Even the way he approaches entertainment today reflects a depth few appreciate. Comedy, once a fast-paced stand-up routine designed to elicit immediate laughter, has evolved in his hands into a medium that blends humor with insight, wisdom, and reflection. Each joke, story, and anecdote carries layers of experience, often touching on resilience, perseverance, and life lessons drawn from decades of personal struggle and triumph. Audiences may leave with laughter on their lips, but they are also absorbing lessons on patience, discipline, and the art of navigating life's challenges, an approach that makes his work not only entertaining, but transformational. Family remains a heartbeat of Harvey's existence. Despite a career that demands constant travel and public presence, he structures his life to ensure meaningful engagement with his children, grandchildren, and extended family. Shared meals, game nights, and family trips are sacred touchpoints, reflecting a man who understands that legacy is not measured solely by wealth or fame, but by the lives touched and nurtured along the way. These moments provide stability, grounding him amidst the unpredictability of public life, and reminding him, and the world, that personal fulfillment is inseparable from connection. Health and wellness continue to play a central role in Harvey's daily routine. Recognizing the physical demands of performance, travel, and public speaking, he invests in his body as diligently as he does in his mind. Nutrition, exercise, and rest are treated with the same reverence as professional engagements, creating a foundation that supports both longevity and vitality. In this, Harvey models a principle that sustaining a career over decades requires not just talent and strategy, but a commitment to maintaining the vessel through which all personal and professional endeavors are realized. Faith and reflection remain guiding forces. Harvey has spoken openly about how spiritual practice and prayer frame his decisions, influence his perspective, and provide strength in moments of challenge. His life demonstrates the integration of belief into action, showing that purpose-driven living requires not only intention, but also a framework that aligns daily behavior with deeper principles. This spiritual grounding has allowed him to navigate controversies, setbacks, and the pressures of celebrity with clarity and composure. Financial acumen is another pillar of his current lifestyle. Beyond the visible earnings from television and comedy, Harvey has cultivated a portfolio of investments, entrepreneurial ventures, and long-term wealth strategies. His financial decisions reflect careful planning and foresight, designed not just to secure comfort, but to create opportunity for impact, philanthropy, and intergenerational wealth. Money, in his hands, is not merely a tool of consumption, but a mechanism for sustainability, influence, and legacy building. Even in his public persona, Harvey today demonstrates a remarkable synthesis of performance and authenticity. Where once he may have relied on spontaneity and raw comedic energy, now every public engagement reflects both strategic thought and the application of life lessons learned over decades. Humor remains his signature, but it is paired with insight, mentorship, and a deliberate effort to inspire others, turning laughter into learning and entertainment into empowerment. Ultimately, the way Steve Harvey lives at 69 is a testament to the principles of deliberate, intentional living. Every aspect of his day, from dawn reflection to evening family time, from fitness routines to business strategy, is infused with purpose. He embodies the idea that true success is holistic. It encompasses health, relationships, legacy, and personal growth, not merely public recognition. Harvey's life today is a blueprint for thriving in multiple dimensions, demonstrating that the culmination of decades of experience, discipline, and faith can result in a life that is both deeply fulfilling and profoundly influential today. As we continue to examine Steve Harvey's life at 69, one of the most remarkable aspects is the way he has mastered the art of time, how every hour of his day is accounted for, yet infused with meaning. Unlike many who let routines dictate their existence, Harvey structures his day around priorities that reflect his values: family, faith, health, professional excellence, and personal growth. Even seemingly small moments, a breakfast with his children, a phone call to check on a mentee, a quiet period of reading, are deliberately integrated into his schedule, reinforcing the philosophy that life is lived not by accident, but by design. It is in these moments that the foundation of his success and contentment becomes visible, a life meticulously constructed to maximize both impact and joy. Harvey's approach to work has also evolved with age. Stand-up comedy, which once defined his early career, remains a part of his identity, but it is now complemented by a broader portfolio of endeavors. Television shows, motivational speaking engagements, book authorship, and entrepreneurial ventures demonstrate a man who understands the multiplicity of his talents and the responsibility that comes with a platform as large as his. Each engagement is not just an opportunity for visibility, but a channel through which he can share wisdom, inspire others, and extend influence beyond entertainment. This intentionality transforms routine work into purposeful action, reflecting a life where career and mission are inseparable. Mentorship has become a defining feature of Harvey's later years. Recognizing the challenges faced by younger generations of entertainers and entrepreneurs, he invests significant time and energy in guiding others. Through workshops, personal counsel, and media outreach, he emphasizes lessons learned from his own journey, the importance of discipline, resilience, faith, and strategic thinking. These efforts highlight a man who has transcended the pursuit of personal success to embrace the cultivation of legacy, a conscious effort to ensure that his experience benefits others and that the wisdom of a lifetime does not fade with time. Even leisure is approached with intentionality. Vacations, downtime, and moments of relaxation are not indulgences, but critical intervals designed to restore energy, foster creativity, and strengthen connections with loved ones. Harvey has cultivated hobbies, travel experiences, and personal projects that nourish his spirit while complementing his work, embodying the principle that a well-rounded life is not accidental but consciously constructed. These choices reveal a man who understands that fulfillment is cumulative, arising not from isolated achievements but from the integration of professional, personal, and spiritual dimensions. Health continues to be a non-negotiable priority. Diet, exercise, and rest are part of a disciplined regimen that enables him to sustain the energy required for public performance, media appearances, and philanthropic work. Physical well-being is treated as foundational, supporting not only longevity but also mental clarity and emotional stability. In Harvey's life, body, mind, and spirit are interconnected, each aspect maintained with a prayer. Meditation and reflection are more than rituals. They are guiding principles that reinforce purpose, clarity, and ethical grounding. Faith provides a lens through which Harvey interprets challenges and triumphs alike, allowing him to approach life with perspective and humility. It is this alignment of belief and action that enables him to maintain balance amidst the pressures of celebrity and public expectation. Financial discipline is another cornerstone of Harvey's current lifestyle. Years of strategic investments, entrepreneurship, and wealth management provide stability, independence, and the ability to pursue meaningful projects without compromise. For Harvey, financial planning is not about accumulation alone, but about stewardship, creating opportunities to support family, invest in community initiatives, and maintain a legacy that transcends the ephemeral nature of fame. Ultimately, the way Steve Harvey lives today at 69 is a study in intentionality, balance, and enduring purpose. His life is not a series of isolated achievements, but a continuous integration of habits, choices, and values that reinforce one another. He demonstrates that true success is holistic. It encompasses personal fulfillment, family connection, professional excellence, health, spirituality, and the empowerment of others. Harvey's daily routine, mindset, and philosophy reveal a man who has not merely survived decades of fame, but who has transformed the lessons of a challenging career into a blueprint for thriving, inspiring, and leaving a lasting legacy. As we move into the final chapters of Steve Harvey's life story at 69, one cannot ignore the profound way he has cultivated influence beyond the spotlight. Today, his public presence is not just about entertainment. It is a platform for impact. Harvey has leveraged decades of experience to mentor aspiring comedians, business people, and public figures, sharing insights into resilience, strategy, and the navigation of both personal and professional challenges. Every speech, every interview, and every appearance carries intention, blending humor with practical wisdom. He understands that influence is not measured merely by viewership or social media metrics, but by the tangible ways in which knowledge, guidance, and inspiration shape the lives of others. Philanthropy is a cornerstone of his modern life. Harvey has committed himself to causes that extend the reach of his success, investing in education, mentorship programs, and initiatives that create opportunity for underserved communities. This conscious effort to give back is not a secondary aspect of his identity. It is central to how he defines purpose in the latter part of life. By combining visibility with actionable support, Harvey transforms his platform into a force for meaningful change, demonstrating a rare integration of celebrity, responsibility, and societal impact. Even his approach to family and personal relationships has evolved into a model of intentional presence. Where once career obligations might have intruded on private life, today Harvey ensures that meaningful connection is non-negotiable. Shared meals, personal celebrations, and even casual moments of conversation are treated with a reverence of sacred rituals, a recognition that relationships, rather than accolades, constitute the true measure of a life well lived. These practices reinforce the themes of balance, mindfulness, and deliberate living that permeate his daily existence, showing that joy and fulfillment are cultivated, not accidental. Mentally and emotionally, Harvey continues to invest in growth and reflection. Reading, journaling, and engagement with both spiritual and secular sources of wisdom provide him with perspective and clarity. He approaches each challenge with the discipline of a strategist and the heart of a mentor, recognizing that personal mastery requires continual learning. In this way, his 69th year, and indeed every day since, is characterized by evolution, adaptability, and a relentless commitment to self-improvement. Harvey's routines, habits, and priorities converge to create a life that exemplifies the intersection of longevity, vitality, and impact. From dawn meditation to late-night reflection, from family connection to mentorship and philanthropy, every facet of his daily life reflects intention. Even the laughter and humor that audiences associate with him are infused with purpose. Entertainment becomes guidance, comedy becomes insight, and charisma becomes a vehicle for influence. In this sense, Steve Harvey at 69 is not merely living. He is curating a life that aligns with his deepest values, ensuring that both legacy and personal fulfillment are inseparable. In examining his life today, it becomes clear that age has not diminished his vitality or relevance. Instead, it has deepened it, providing him with perspective, wisdom, and the ability to make choices that reflect decades of experience. Harvey embodies a principle that late-stage life can be as purposeful, productive, and vibrant as any earlier chapter, provided it is approached with intention, discipline, and clarity of values. His days are a testament to the power of structure, faith, family, health, and influence, offering a roadmap for thriving that extends far beyond the trappings of fame. Ultimately, the story of Steve Harvey at 69 is more than a biography. It is a blueprint for living. It demonstrates that true success is holistic, combining physical vitality, mental clarity, relational richness, spiritual alignment, and meaningful contribution. Harvey's life today illustrates that longevity and career in life is achieved not merely through talent or opportunity, but through deliberate choices, disciplined habits, and a commitment to values that endure. He stands as a model of what it means to thrive at any age, balancing public visibility with private depth, entertainment with mentorship, and success with substance to iron every laugh he elicits